Hello and welcome to Transformers Step by Step Ultra Magnus and the White Optimus Prime. So, here's a little bit of weird information, and I'm going to do the background information first because of what happens with him. Maybe this gives you a hint of what maybe happens to him later in the transformation. So this guy's White Optimus Prime. Now, if you're wondering why I didn't say anything after that, that's because he has no character absolutely ever, because he was just in the Generation 1 toy, and the only appearances he's ever had is just like one panel in a comic book for like really good fans. So let's just say this guy isn't exactly super well known. He's just a White Optimus Prime, which is why I included him in my just Optimus Prime Omega review, but whatever I called it, because it's just a lot, because he's just White Optimus Prime. So, let's get into this. Now, the reason I'm doing, like, all this stuff first is because let me just show you. So first of all, he is a very large Voyager. The reason I say he's a Voyager is because that's what he is. I mean, the only thing that makes him larger is the armor that he gets. So, right now he's just like a Voyager size class, basically. And he is really big for that. I mean, like, he's basically reaching the top of the pencil. Like, just a bit more height, and he's the pencil. But yeah, he is huge. That's just the thing. So, let's do what he does best and get sidelined. So first thing you're going to do to transform this guy into Ultra Magnus is so line this up, because you're just going to want to shift this entire section on his back downwards, and it's going to take a lot of fulcrum to get it, and boom. Once you do that, pull his entire entire body forward, and then just unhook his arms, push his entire body forward, flip in his head, flip this entire thing forward, flip his arms back, and get his section normally like that. So he's supposed to look like this. Oh, and also flip in the backs of his feet. So take this gigantic piece and just shove it on his back, where the front of the thing was, the truck thing, the cargo holder, I guess. And this is already starting to look weird with the proportions because of the head. Now let's make it even weirder. So get these two legs and put them on his feet. So yeah, you're basically just making this guy way bigger. So this is getting bigger. One sec. And just put these giant columns. By the way, these missile things are going to come in separately. You just got to plug them in there. And this one, you got to unhook this back thing, because there's two little holes there. And this piece right here is what that hole slides into. So this one's a little bit more of a fiddle with it until you make it. Dealio. So do the same thing on the other side. Make it till you break it. Now, these little things, I just dropped that one. Yay! So, by the way, I forgot to tell you, get his waist thing down and flip it around, put it back in. Boom! I mean, it's not that hard. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I forgot that, but I mean, it must be normal, because the people who shot the official shoots for this guy, for his new Kingdom release that's coming out soon, that's why I'm doing this review, they forgot to do that. I just find that ridiculous. They're official promo shots. Sorry, it's just something I had to talk about. So these little flaps right here, you're gonna want to plug them into his arms, and then flip them. There you go, just arm covers. Same thing on the other side. And his entire shoulder column. You know, things are gonna fall off on this guy's transformation. If you can even call it, just move parts around, Asian. And there you go. Here's Ultra Magnus. You can also give him this gun, which is the only gun, along with these missiles, that comes with the Kingdom version. So this guy, actually, I think he's on Amazon for like $30, and he's actually really good. Like I like him better. Like the Kingdom version that's coming out is like a normal carrier truck, but this guy's space version, and he's Cybertron. I think he's cooler because he comes with more guns. But this guy is Siege Ultra Magnus. And geez, he looks beefy. Like this, look at that thigh. This thing is like my entire finger length. Just, this guy is big. He is bulk. He's like this guy has the proportions of Skylynx. And if you're wondering what Skylynx is, he's a gigantic bird cat thing. I actually have his figure right here, but he's kind of on the floor. And it takes a while for me to get him on here because of how heavy he is. But these things are like the proportions for the legs on Skylynx. And he's like huge. So this guy's just like big. So now let's stand this guy up for his size. He's bigger than the pencil. That's not even just the columns. Even like face him head on, and he's bigger than the pencil because of his head. This guy's gigantic. Is what I'm trying to say. And you really get your money for like $50. This is like normal leader size. Yeah. 1 second, let me bring in another thing, because important character information is coming up, and I'm just gonna show you also a comparison. So this guy's leader class, Optimus Prime. He comes with the trailer, so that's why he's so small. But this is how big he is compared to Ultra Magnus. This is just hitting home. These guys are the same price. Granted, this guy also comes with the trailer, but still, these guys are the same price. So, background information. This guy is, okay, so here's the thing. This guy came in first in the Generation 1 movie, and he was awesome. He's like the commander on Cybertron, I think. It's been a while since I watched that movie. It's really good. Thing is with him, there's not really a lot to say. Like, he's a really interesting character. He has like a rivalry Cyclonus. He's really good. The only problem is the amount of confusion because, again, Generation 1 characters just pop out of nowhere. And the thing is, though, he was like very well friends with Optimus, which led to people theorizing that this guy. So, if you don't know, Optimus was originally a guy named Orion Pax, and he got upgraded because he has this thing in his chest. It's gonna take a while to explain that, so I'm not gonna explain it very much. It's just a thing that comes from Cybertron that is very powerful, and that's how he was named a Prime. He was very prominent, so he was rebuilt for this. And this is Ultra Magnus, which people theorize is his best friend that was also rebuilt. Nobody knows. Nobody knows the actual answer because Hasbro won't tell us. Tell us, Hasbro. Just like the thing with like Cyclonus. If you don't know that it's either Cyclonus or Scourge, but one of those guys in that movie, there's like 2 characters that become because this is gonna take a lot of explaining. So in that movie, there's like 3 bots that are created because of the main bad guy who's a planet, Unicron. I'm getting really sidetracked, aren't I? But I'm still gonna explain this. So these 3 bad guys were Megatron. He was revived into Galvatron. I forgot the other 2, but there's Scourge and the other guy. I just said it's Cyclonus. Scourge and Cyclonus. One of those guys, I think it was Scourge. He had 2 people that went into him. So people keep on theorizing to this day. Who is he actually? Is he like one of the Insecticons, which is a bug, or is he the Seeker? With the Seeker referring to as a Starscream clone. That's all it means. It's not an actual clone of Starscream unless you go into the Prime continuity, but just a Seeker is just basically just Starscream in a different colors. Okay, other than that huge sidetrack, my point is there's a lot of theories about the movie because it was like 1986. It's not like this was a relatively new thing, giving a movie to a TV show that was very not well explained. Like, it's gray, but there's a lot of questions. Anywho, because I've been so sidetracked, we're already 10 minutes into this video. Now, let me put this guy aside, because it's time for his transformation. So, let's take out this guy's guns. Basically, just take out everything that is in every single port, and take off his entire, thing. Take off all of his armor. This is really hard. Oh, jeez. Okay, so take off all of his armor. I don't know if you saw that because I just got a low power warning earlier. So take off all of his armor. Like that. And just keep his body like it is right now. Flip around this thing. And push this entire assembly forward. And just make his hands go into himself like that. Basically have it like that, and these little things go into there. Just do that with his hands. And make the hands go down. Flip the, okay, make this entire, like, section tab in to itself like that. And it also tabs into the leg parts here. Flip it all around. And say hello to Ultra Magnus's, it's not done, but truck mode. As I said in the Optimus Omega review, this is a very lackluster truck, and like a lot of kibble is left with his arms. But there's a reason for that. Because it's time to deal with all this stuff. So what you're going to want to do is grab the legs and unfold it, because this has a tab, and unfold this entire assembly. And keep it like that. Do the same thing for the other leg. And then just keep it like that. This is going to be a long process, so stay. So just keep in mind this is going to take a while. So flip down these things. By the way, these things you can't just push together on like this. You have to slide it in like that. And also these things tab into a little slot on the Ultra Magnus, and you got this thing. It's not done, of course, because we still got to get through a lot of stuff. So unfold this entire, just unfold it, like every single tab, and get all these things. These things, you're going to want to collapse them. And then they got ports on the side. So you're going to want to tab them into here using the ports. And there you go. Got to do it one more time. And just so there's a lot of little tabs. And you're just going to want to just tab this in. This side first, by the way. This is where it goes. And like that. And then tab it on the other side. Okay, yeah, this is just like a very thing. It does not want to work. That's the thing. So it's going to be fighting against you every single step of the way. But once you get it there, let me see if I can actually get it there. Once you get it to this, what you're going to want to do is there's a little holes in there. You can kind of see where this is going. And slide them in to there. And there's also that little tab, and you're going to want to plug it in to the thing. And so, yeah, this part is one of the worst parts of the transformation. And there you kind of got, there you, by the way, these won't like tab in at all for me. So, and plug in the missiles on the sides. And basically plug in the guns and go crazy with them. And because they're siege ports, which means they're like very compatible all over the body, you can basically just make just so many guns. You can fill this guy up with guns. Here is the vehicle mode. And as you can see, this guy is absolutely awesome. Like, this is awesome. Just guns everywhere. He's got missile. He's a giant car carrier. Like, how could you not like this guy? He's just awesome. And he can roll. Like, this guy is just like, this, it fights you every single step of the way. Is it worth it? Absolutely. Just imagine this thing cruising into battle. One second, let me grab, like, imagine there's Megatron standing in its way, and Ultra Magnus transforms. What do you think's gonna happen to Megatron? He's gonna get flown to the side. Like, this is just gonna destroy your day. If you're a Decepticon, get out of the way. Hey, that rhymed. But, thank you guys for watching. If you like the content you see, hit that like button and subscribe. See you next video. Bye-bye.